Hello, welcome back to our Google Shopping video tutorials. My name is Mark. We're going to talk today about the Google Shopping Longtail Challenge. While some PPC managers define the long tail as triggers based on campaign structuring according to buyer intent, we at Smart E-commerce have a different understanding of the term long tail. In Google Shopping, as opposed to classic PPC text ads, most of the revenue is coming from articles with only a few clicks and conversions. Well, there are only a very few number of top sellers in most accounts, so most of the products and articles will sell once, twice, 3 times a month. And if you're wondering if that's something that is affecting you or your shop, there's an easy way to check, and we've got a script that we'll publish off this video so you can easily check that. Coming back to the long tail, the lack of click and conversion data on the item level makes it difficult to predict the future performance of that particular product. Nevertheless, a retailer will still have to devise a bid for that product, and depending on the conversion prediction you can make for that particular item, you would adapt the CPC. Therefore, if you were to make a wrong prediction and get your CPC too high or too low, you could have a serious financial implication. You could spend way too much money for too little conversion. At the same time, you may not be spending enough on that product to get the conversion and sales you need. So let's use an example. Take a blue backpack. Imagine a blue backpack on your site had accrued 50 clicks and only 1 conversion in the last 30 days. That would give you a 2% conversion rate. But would that 2% conversion rate be relevant tomorrow or next week or the next month? Human beings don't really have the capability to predict things like that, because humans change their minds a lot, and classic conversion e-commerce data will probably also fall short in giving you a very accurate prediction. So one of the methods for predicting conversion is the Pearson-Klopper method. This calculates what we call binomial confidence levels, and that reveals the problem at hand with predicting conversion on low data items. So with a 95% confidence rate, the conversion rate interval lies somewhere between 0.05 and 10.65. That interval is too large, that corridor is too wide to base a valid CPC strategy on. The problem becomes even worse, of course, when you have items that have, say, 100 clicks and no conversions yet. In that particular scenario, your ability to predict a bid would be extremely poor. In fact, it would be so poor as to be irrelevant in terms of statistical prediction models. So we at Smart E-commerce, we tackle this problem by looking beyond classic e-commerce criteria. So we look at factors on SKU level in this particular product. In our example, the blue backpack, we look at attributes which might influence the future conversion rate. And when I say attributes, I mean, let's go back to the basics of each individual product. In this case, our blue backpack, there are certain features of this backpack which make it more or less attractive to online shoppers. The features range from things like the brand name itself, the color of the backpack, the type of material used, the size is obviously very important, the price is a huge factor. We can even go down to things like the popularity according to the season, where the backpack would be used, the typical scenario of where the backpack is purchased in terms of a cycle of other purchases, and a lot of attributes can be brought in, and we bring these in to the model that we use to predict conversion. So we found a method, and we apply a method, which finds correlations between product features and the conversion rate potential. Okay, and when you have those two things and you're able to predict and formulate the correct relationship between those things, you can set an extremely accurate CPC bid. This even works for new products that have been in the catalog for a day, which have 0 clicks, 0 conversions, because it's possible to use attributes and features of that product based on the feature-related historical data in your account. So don't just make the mistake of using your gut feeling or using only your classic e-commerce data to make valid CPC predictions. Remove doubt and remove ambiguity, and bring in an intelligent bid design system into your planning strategy, which can help you get the right bid from day one and continually set the right bid using the changing factors of conversion, performance, as well as very, very accurate feature data on every single product in your feed. And that brings us to the end of today's tutorial on the Google Shopping Longtail problem or challenge. And in our case, a challenge that we have solved. And in our next video, we'll be talking about market expansion on Google Shopping. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for listening. See you in the next video.